Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. I've just been streaming for 5 hours today. I thought my weekend was done. But after I finished and decided to feed and water myself, I sat down at the computer and was greeted by one of the most unbelievable spurgs of any director I'd seen in I don't even know when. And I think what it shows is that there is something massively broken at Lucasfilm. And I think it also shows that there is a humongous, yes, I did just sexually harass you, humongous amount of pressure on the Indiana Jones 5 movie. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's just start off with this tweet from 21 hours ago from Matthew Kaddish. He just decides to give a point of view about the upcoming indie film. To anyone thinking Indiana Jones 5 might be good, let me just point out that Steven Spielberg's not directing, Kathleen Kennedy is producing, Harrison Ford is 78 years old, it's written by Jonathan Kasdan, who also wrote Solo. Now then, I gotta say that I'm not exactly excited for Indiana Jones 5 myself, more because of Indiana Jones 4, plus the fact that Harrison Ford's 78 years of age, and to me, he's the only person who's ever going to be Indiana Jones. You know, it doesn't matter if you get Chris Pratt or somebody else who's immensely charming to come on the screen and adopt the persona. To me, it's always going to be Harrison Ford. It was his character, and it will be his character to me to the day that he dies. So having a 78-year-old Harrison Ford running around in an action role, we already saw what it was like 10 years ago when he was 68. And it wasn't so great then. So yeah, let's just say I don't have high hopes. I also don't have high hopes because of recent Lucasfilm outings, shall we say, the sequel trilogy just being an absolute joke. Kathleen Kennedy seemingly unable to manage this company whatsoever. The hiring of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, which to me just screams that there's going to be massive feminist agendas in there. And so, again, just completely off-putting before it's even been done. Now, is that unfair to the director? Is that unfair to the writer? Is that unfair to the actors? As I said in my video yesterday, it's not my job to give big movie companies a chance. It's their job to entice me into the movie theater with their quality of product. And I think in recent years, we've got it so cack-handed. So anyway, some guy with 4,500 Twitter followers just says something normal, really. There's nothing controversial there whatsoever. It's not inflammatory. It's, you know, there's plenty of regular stuff. So when the director decides to reply to it, you kind of think, James, darling. Oh, hold on. Actually, I better not patronize James Mangold because he does like to judge your studios. And I've got cardboard, I've got boxes sliding there. I've got stacked up comics. I've got Magina Carano, who's, of course, the devil in Lucasfilm. Duh. Got some Lego. That's probably going to be held against me. A tea towel and a hoodie and Batman's balls. So I don't know. James Mangold will probably give me a 1 out of 10. I'll take it. Likes to judge studios. So he decides to respond. Why? Why? Are you that defensive about your movie? Are you that insecure about your movie that you need to reply to somebody with just an opinion? Anyway, he says, thanks, Matt. 1, keep making the world a better place, crapping on things in the first week of production from your basement. Oh, Matt's a basement dweller. That's your opening gambit, James. That's your opening gambit, is Matt is a basement dweller. Wow. Wow, and you wonder why people think Hollywood is full of fucking assholes. Oh, yeah, because it is, because you're one of them. 2, never seen a script by John, Kasdan is talking about, who basically only gets by because his father's got talent, or had talent. Nothing against him, just reality. Butterworth's and I started from a blank page. Okay, so you're writing it. Can't say I'm excited either. 1 to 3 are hugely talented and all at my side. So he's saying that Kathleen Kennedy, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford are all amazingly talented and at his side. Well, Kathleen Kennedy is fuck off, mate. Steven Spielberg was, you know, he's gone now, but okay. And Harrison Ford, he's 78, and you know he's not playing the role of a 35-year-old like he was in the past. So yes, you can understand why there'd be reservations. What I can't understand, as I said, is the absolute snowflakiness that you thought you needed to reply to this. Now, you're well within your rights to do so, don't get me wrong. But because you opened up with an insult based off just somebody's opinion, you didn't try and engage them in rational conversation. You didn't try and say, if you wanted to engage them, of course, thanks, Matt, I appreciate your opinions, but I'm hoping that I'm really going to prove you wrong. John, no offense to John, is not writing. This is something started from scratch from Butterworth and I. And I do have the full support of the great Steven Spielberg, Kathleen Kennedy, and Harrison Ford behind me. And so I really think that you're going to be surprised at what we put out there. But no, that would be tactful. That would actually maybe be a little bit classy. No. You had to open up with a, you live in your mum's basement. But it didn't stop there, folks. It's not this one tweet. One tweet isn't a meltdown. No. He just goes off. He can't help himself. He is so insecure and just lost it that he's replying to absolutely everyone. And because of his aggressive response back to just a regular opinion from someone, he's getting everything that he deserves. YetiCast jump in. Oh, you can find him at this podcast. That's where his podcast is. Then other people jump in. Here's Salty Nerds jumping in. We don't have basements, but we do have this kick-ass studio. Look who's back! James! Yeah, that's a kick-ass studio. Congrats on the Batman statue and jar of corks. It's a cool Batman statue. And I don't know. I thought that was sweets, but it might be. Maybe it's corks of bottles of wine that they have consumed during the podcast. There could be symbolism there. You never know. But hey, again, try and belittle them. Try and bitch about them. Why don't you? It's a great look for you, James. It's really working out. So how about you let me finish my film and then bitch all you want about it in front of your vinyl bricks lit by your fancy bounce lights, and maybe don't call opinion news. Holy snowflake Batman. Oh, James, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. I got a spot for you right here. I'll fucking burp you. I'll burp you. Come on, James. Come on, that's it. Get it out. There you go. Good boy. What a fucking baby. What a baby. Number one, they're not stopping you from finishing your film. You are by acting like a fucking moron on Twitter. Maybe if you got off Twitter and actually concentrated on your movie, you know. They're not stopping you. They didn't at you. They just put hashtag Indiana Jones 5. So in case people wanted to have a discussion, you're the one who joined in. You. And again, insulting them with their lights and their setup. I think it's a lovely setup myself. I think it's a lovely setup. And if we can do anything on FNT, I think, to help out, I think maybe we should try. So, yes, we get now branching off conversations. So let's go back to the original one. And now let's go into another branch of the conversation, shall we? Here we go. The Clemson's guy said, well, word to the wise, an iron tub won't keep Indy safe from a nuclear bomb. Also, unless it's his daughter, if you plan to give Indy's hat to a lady to carry on his legacy just because she's a female, when you kill him off in this movie, your franchise will go broke. This guy here follows me, 23 followers. Don't take this the wrong way, dude. So, you know, a handful of followers, but he can't help himself. He can't help himself. I need to respond. Thanks for the tips. Keep them coming, fans. This is another thing which I actually found quite amusing. When James Mangold was insulting the salty nerds, toys, you know, whatever, plastic, whatever he wanted to call them, the Batman statue, the corks, etc. Those are things that have been purchased because people are fans of that franchise, whatever it may be. Whether it be Batman, Superman, whether it be Indiana Jones, whether it be Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars. These people have put their hard-earned money to buying that plastic stuff. Why? To support you. To support fucking assholes like you who look down at the customer through the tip of your nose because you're a snide twat. You think you're superior and you're not. And because the access media is in a terrible state of decay and dying at a rapid rate of knots, suddenly you're not used to a world where everyone ain't kissing your fucking ass. Because we're not interested in access. We're not interested in a pat on the head and a little show round the office and a little trinket or two signed by the crew of said franchise. We're not interested in that. We're just interested in giving our opinions. Opinions. And you're not. You hate it. You absolutely hate it. You brought this on yourself. You brought this on yourself. So he goes after this young chap. There we go again. Here we go again. After making the response to the first post, someone else jumps into White Knight for James Mangold. And here he comes. Thanks. Thanks. Don't think about it, James. Keep doing your work. There are more people excited about it, I am sure. Well, you don't know that. There might be. There might not be. Time will tell. Just like time will tell if Matt's right or Matt's wrong. Time that could be better spent by James Mangold. So he gives up some more time to have his ego massaged. Thanks, Axe. I don't mind people griping and procrastinating. You do. You do, because you flew in like a fucking bitch out of hell. You flew into somebody's regular opinion. Nothing untoward here whatsoever. Nothing inflammatory. Nothing that's poking the bear. Just a regular fucking opinion. And you flew in like a fucking salty cock. Oh my God. I don't mind people griping and procrastinating, but I do. But you do. But on my watch, Jesus Christ, you're not a fucking soldier. You're a bitch. There is a massive difference. Soldier, brave, heroic, selfless. You, bitch, crying, baby, soy maid, bitch maid. Probably likes boulders. But on my watch, false info, ageism, fucking ageism. He's 78 years old. He's 78 years old. He's not 34. Are you really, truly thinking that we can believe a 78-year-old is going to probably do the shit that you're going to make him do. That's why the whole thing's preposterous. That's probably why you think it's preposterous. False info, ageism, and snark from so-called journalists. I don't know if Matt's calling himself a journalist. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Matt, are you a journalist? I tweet news and opinions on movies, TV, entertainment, and pop culture. Follow me if you like to talk about cool, geeky, and nerdy stuff. Doesn't call himself a journalist at all. Doesn't call himself a journalist in the slightest. You're a liar. You're lying. Putting it in inverted commas don't make it right either. So-called journalists is going to be confronted directly and forcefully. Directly and forcefully. Jesus. Fuck my ass, mouth, and tits. You are pathetic. You are pathetic. In my opinion, these clickbaiters like to dish it out, but like night crawlers can't stand the light. Dude, they're all over you. They're all over you, and you're now crying to somebody giving you validation because you feel the fucking heat from everyone responding to you. Nobody's shying away. Nobody's shying away whatsoever. They're engaging you, and you're fucking having a cry now. They're being bigger, they're being meanie about my movie, and it doesn't even come out to push him. Fucking baby. Ooh, and then we get more. Then we get more. Ford will always be indie. The issue is whether he's still believable as the character if he's doing crazy action scenes pushing 80. Have you read the script, Matt? Clearly not, because you don't even know who wrote it. So why don't you take a rest on my show till there's a trailer or a title. What a title? What's a title gonna do? Shut up. Or something for you to be upset about. For all you know, I could be addressing all your worries. You could be. You could be. You could be. And you could have responded to Matt by the opening post saying, Matt, I hear you. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what we're planning here because we're brewing up something special. But you didn't. You came in and you called him a basement dweller because you're a twat. A massive fucking twat. That's what you are. Who looks down at the customer. That's who you are. Don't pretend to be anything different. It's not you. So I would love it if you were to prove me wrong and made a great Indiana Jones movie. I've been an indie fan since I was a kid, and it's one of my all-time favorite franchises. But it's hard to get excited over what I'm seeing. Now, what I've seen is images on set as they're filming, and every single image of Harrison Ford, he's got dots on. He's got dots on, which they usually put there for de-aging. So, or they could be, not necessarily. There could be like injuries, putting the injuries on the face as well. But I got a feeling at 78 years of age, there's probably going to be a little bit of indie de-aging, shall we say? It's just a speculation. Nothing wrong with having a speculation or an opinion. Then, I'm sorry you're finding it hard to get excited about the film I am making, Matt. Considering you don't know the story, the script, the title, only some of the cast, nor have you seen images. We've seen images. If I were you, I would spend my time flipping hot takes about something that exists. Why are you even arguing with him then? If you think his opinion, and you're entitled to this, if you think his opinion is so wrong or irrelevant, why are you even replying to it? Why aren't you just turning the other cheek? Oh, it's just internet speculation. Psst, whatever. But because you're so defensive about it, it looks like a nerve has been struck. And because this is Lucasfilm, this looks like the whole thing is just blown out of all proportion. Then it goes more and more. Matt says, I've argued with people in writers' rooms and on movie sets back when I worked in Hollywood. But even if I was just over the internet, I'm free to share my opinions wherever the hell I want about whatever I want, which is true. James is back now. Tell us about your Hollywood experiences, Matt. Give me some of your titles that you worked on so we can be on equal footing. Oh, equal footing. So you are superior to him. Oopsies. You are superior to him in your eye. Mr. Hollywood Big Shot. Fucking hell. Apparently, Twitter users now are required to submit movie opinion permit applications to James Mangold in triplicate for his explicit approval. It carries on, folks. The video's over 20 minutes. I'm winding it up. I wanted to speak more, but it even went into Ryan Kinnell. He gave his 2 cents, and then James was in. So let me get it right, Ryan. You can spurg about me, but I am supposed to stay silent while you do it and bait clicks because Lucasfilm and not random timelines. The same timeline of the dude spurging about my film. He's lost it. He's absolutely freaking lost it. And even on Little Nerdy Home, Little Steph's tweets, he's jumping in. Today, this is Mangold's take. Today, a guy with a podcast came after my film, the one I haven't made, saying it sucks. No! You're lying! He didn't say it sucked. He said, to anyone thinking Indiana Jones might be good, let me point this out. Steven Spielberg's not directing, Kathleen Kennedy is producing, Harrison Ford is 78, and it's written by Jonathan Kasdan, who also wrote Solo, which is now proven to be untrue. Thank you for the information, James. But he's not saying it's going to suck. He's just saying if you think it's going to be good, look at these caveats. Look at these caveats. Oop, wrong one. He got the info wrong. No, he got one of the 4 pieces of info wrong. One of the 4. Insulted dear friends. He said Harrison Ford's age. That's not an insult. It's a fact. Harrison Ford is 78. It's a fact. It's not a fucking insult. He didn't insult Spielberg. He actually complimented because he said Spielberg's not directing. Which means he would like it if Spielberg was directing because he thinks that would make it better. That's a compliment, you fucking moron. And Kathleen Kennedy's producing. Now that's an insult. For sure. And I think it's one that's, justified, particularly after the abysmal joke of the recent Lucasfilm films. The Star Wars sequel trilogy. Have you heard of them? They fucked up Star Wars. Aye. And when I replied, sent me a picture of his studio. Ooh. I was not nice about his studio. Apologies. Please get back to attacking me and my friends from it. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're such a fucking victim, James. Oh, you poor little victim. So, Frank, here you go. Here's Frank Castle. I mean, Frank, 201 followers as Frank. But Mangold's on it. Mr. Mangold's on it. Oh, you haven't even got 100,000. Not even 100,000. Oh, dear. Go easy on James Mangold. He's one of those Hollywood fragile ego types. They don't know how to act when somebody doesn't worship the turds they leave in the toilet. Which turd are you angry about, Frank? It seems maybe it's the one I haven't made yet. He actually does reply later saying, nothing you've ever made's impressed me. Just another Lucasfilm employee who can't handle getting praised every 3 seconds. Did you reply to that? No, you left that one alone, James, didn't you? This is just an absolute joke fest. A joke fest. Kathleen Kennedy, she's got no control over Lucasfilm. James Mangold, he's got no control over himself whatsoever. Fragile ego, over-defensive. And when you're over-defensive, it kind of says maybe, just maybe, some nerves are being touched. Some nerves are being touched. Are you feeling a little bit of pressure from the set, dude? A little bit of pressure? You're feeling it? Probably. There we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description bar down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.